This is just a quick one for where I fish at the canal. So basically, this is how I picture the canal in my mind when I'm fishing it. So when I'm on the shore, I'm casting, I'm hitting, and as I'm walking down, say the current is flowing this way, right? I'm starting here, I'm casting here, right? This is where I am, right? I'm bouncing it as I'm walking down and as I'm coming up, right? Into these rocks, like that. That's my method of fishing at the canal. That's what I'm doing with my setup there. I'm casting my jig out, my tog jig, casting it out. I'm contacting it before it hits the bottom, so that when it hits the bottom, I can feel that. I can feel that pop when it hits the bottom, and I'm letting it sit 1, 2, and then I'm coming up because that current's so fast, and then I'm walking with it to try and keep my line straight as I can. And when it's tapping again, I'm giving it a 3 count, and I'm getting it out of there. And I'm doing that the whole time as I'm retrieving the jig. I'm bouncing it up and back to me. I'm not letting it sit stationary or nothing else. No more than 3 seconds, you're going to get hung up. And a lot of times you get hung up with this, but that's the best way I found to fish this over at the canal. It produces a lot of fish. That water moves fast, so the fish are feeding fast when they're feeding. So it don't take long. If there's blackfish there when that jig hits, they're going to see it and they're on it immediately. Once you feel them hit, what I do is I give them a little like this, boom, and then I set the hook. It depends. If I get a real good grab from a fish where it's a rod where it bends the rod, where he bends the rod on the hit, then I'm just coming right up with him. I'm bringing him right up out of the rocks and I'm getting him out of there. 9 times out of 10, he's already hooked. This one has a little bit longer, a different J hook on it. Sit it there on the ledge like that, you know, fuck around and double up on that one. Fish comes like that and the fish comes out from under here. Now, down there I'm using this meat monger rod right here. This is a 6-foot Penn boat rod, boat spinning rod with a Fierce 4000 on it, 40-pound braid, 40-pound leader. You got your Rhode Island wrecker right here, the tog jig I'm using, right? And I use this shorter, stiffer rod so I'm not even playing around with them. I'm setting the hook and I'm getting them right up and up out of the water. And this is also good for when I'm solo. I don't need a net. You know, I've pitched 12, 13-pound bluefish right over the rail with this thing.